You probably put it on your toast this morning or stirred it into your porridge. Most people have no idea what is actually inside that golden jar sitting in the cupboard right now. According to the Food Fraud Database and Business Insider, honey is the third most faked food product globally. It is not just the third most faked in the UK, but in the entire world. Cheap supermarket blends are often bulked out with rice syrup, corn syrup, and laboratory sweeteners that have never been anywhere near a beehive. The brands doing this are sitting on every major supermarket shelf in Britain, and it is time to name them. The European Commission's From the Hives report in March 2023 tested imports from multiple countries and found that a very high percentage failed authenticity checks outright. The UK imports far more than its own bee population could ever produce, meaning the majority of what sits on supermarket shelves travelled a very long way and passed through a great many hands. Shoppers need to learn the phrase blend of EU and non-EU honeys. That label used to be entirely legal, though recent law changes in the UK and EU are finally cracking down on it. It is a meaningless description that actually translates to sourcing the cheapest bulk liquid available globally without discussing the specifics. It tells you absolutely nothing about the quality, the purity, or whether the contents bear any resemblance to the real thing. Every single brand on this avoid list uses some version of that exact phrase. If this is already making you look differently at your kitchen cupboard, please subscribe because there is a lot more worth knowing. Before naming names, consumers should understand crystallization and packaging. Real honey crystallizes, going thick, grainy, and almost solid. That is chemistry doing exactly what it should rather than a defect. While a few specific floral honeys stay naturally liquid, if a standard supermarket jar has sat in the cupboard since 2021 and remains perfectly clear and runny, you likely bought a heavily processed syrup. The second issue is squeezy bottles. Getting honey to flow smoothly through a plastic nozzle requires heating it well above 40 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, the natural enzymes break down and the antibacterial compounds that make real honey worth eating disappear entirely. Meanwhile, the pollen gets mechanically stripped out through ultrafiltration, leaving behind a flavored sweetener with good marketing. These two red flags alone rule out the majority of what you will find on a standard supermarket shelf, which is important to keep in mind as we go through the list. Starting with Aldi Everyday Essentials Clear Honey. UK supermarket pricing and online data show it is sold for under £1 for a 340-gram jar. When you account for production, transport, factory processing, profit margins, and packaging, the liquid inside that jar costs just pennies. That reflects bulk sweetener economics rather than genuine beekeeping economics, and the maths alone reveals a lot before you even open the lid. Tesco's standard transparent range has issues in a different way. News reports have highlighted independent laboratory tests that detected psychos in samples, which is a sugar marker that typically indicates artificial adulteration when found at elevated levels. Psychos belongs in ultra-processed factory vats rather than in anything a bee has ever made. Tesco defended their testing regime and insisted their honey was pure while criticizing the independent testing methods after the findings broke. They sold the product to consumers and then admitted they needed to check their own supply lines more rigorously, which is a highly questionable business practice. Asda Just Essentials range followed a nearly identical pattern when independent analyses flagged biological irregularities and psychos markers. Those are the exact same factory fingerprints found in the budget jars from Tesco. In blind taste tests, one reviewer described it as tasting like liquid sugar that forgot to add a flavor, which is a devastating summary. Sainsbury is the one on this list that truly shocks people, because it has a premium reputation that people trust. Yet their standard, run-of-the-mill honey showed laboratory signatures consistent with artificial extension rather than actual bee activity. These are chemical signatures based on hard data rather than vague suspicions. The supermarket with the carefully designed logo and the artisan cracker displays sold a product that biological science says is not what it claims to be. The label claims purity, while the laboratory indicates something quite different. Morrisons' budget range sits on the exact same rung because it is heavily filtered, heat-treated, and rarely crystallizes properly. That last detail matters because real honey crystallizes due to its specific ratio of glucose to fructose. When that ratio gets altered through cheap artificial bulking, the crystallization pattern changes entirely. Morrisons behaves like an industrial sweetener because independent measures show it contains the markers of one. Rowse is the brand every British household recognizes due to its familiar squeezy bottle. It is among the most popular choices in the UK, while also being one of the worst offenders on this list. It is gently warmed to filter out beeswax and hive parts before packing. Under UK regulations, honey cannot be pasteurized, but the processing leaves a sweet, amber liquid that looks the part and functions exactly like table sugar. That is the actual product consumers are paying for. If this information changes your perspective, hitting the like button helps more people find the truth before their next shopping trip. Gale's clear honey sounds deeply British, with the name suggesting a cottage, a beekeeper in a vale, and summer wildflowers. None of that imagery is accurate, because Gale's is owned by Hanes Celestial, an American food conglomerate. The product is mass-produced, bulk-blended, and entirely disconnected from British beekeeping. The honey inside is a blend of EU and non-EU honeys, which functions as a warning sign wearing a wholesome costume. Langnese rounds out the list as a German brand frequently found in specialty food stores or online. It features packaging covered in bees, meadows, and golden morning light to sell an industrial product. Cheap commercial honeys are sourced globally and ultra-filtered to near transparency. By the time they reach the shelf, they contain virtually no pollen, which is one of the key elements that lets scientists verify where honey actually came from. This leaves no trace and zero accountability for the manufacturers. Finding options worth your money starts with the most accessible choice, which is Tesco Finest English Set Honey. It costs around £5 for 340 grams, making it nearly 7 times the price of their budget range. That price gap exists because the label clearly states it is produced and packed in the UK, rather than blended from unspecified global suppliers. It comes from English blossoms and is a set product that is thick, creamy, and spreadable. It has not been heat blasted into a permanent liquid state, and the texture alone signals that the biological benefits survived the process. It crystallizes naturally and behaves exactly the way it is supposed to behave. For shoppers who want a trustworthy and fully British option without committing to a specialist order online, this is the one hiding in plain sight, right on the same shelf as the brands that fail basic tests. Black bee honey demonstrates what the industry should look like, typically costing between £6 and £8 for 227 grams, depending on the variety. They print the beekeeper name and the specific location of the hive directly on the label, instead of relying on a faceless global blend. They are a certified collective of British beekeepers, meaning independent assessors have examined their environmental and social standards and signed off on them. They never blend their stock and donate 2% of their turnover to planting wildflower meadows. Those are the exact habitats that British bees depend on to produce quality food in the first place, creating a closed loop of undeniable good practice. The product is exceptional, and the transparency is absolute. For consumers who care about what goes into their food, this serves as the benchmark that every other producer on this list should be measured against. The Scottish Bee Company. Heather honey is priced at around £13 for 340 grams, which seems steep until you understand the science behind it. Research by the Food and Environment Research Agency found that Scottish heather honey contains up to 10 times more manganese than its global rivals. That makes it a powerful nutritional competitor to New Zealand Manuka honey. Manuka costs considerably more and has built an entire premium market around its health credentials. Yet Scottish heather honey outperforms it by a measurable margin in at least one key mineral. The flavor is dark, rich, and intensely floral, bearing no resemblance to the neutral sweetness of supermarket blends. It is fully traceable and backed by peer-reviewed data rather than marketing language. Laboratory science points to this British product as exceptional, yet most people are still buying the £1 Bear bottle instead. We highlighted 8 brands that treat honey as a vehicle for cheap sweeteners, and 3 that treat it as what it actually is. The difference between them comes down to honesty as much as quality. Real honey crystallizes, carries pollen, and behaves like something made by an insect rather than a factory. The next time you reach for a jar, check the label for a blend of EU and non-EU honeys. See whether it ever sets, and consider whether the price makes any beekeeping sense. Once consumers know what to look for, they can make better choices at the supermarket. If this changed how you shop, please subscribe, as there is plenty more food industry information worth scrutinizing.